On iOS 17, you will be able to sideload apps. This is to comply with the European Union's gatekeeper regulations. This will be the first time that you'll be able to do this on Apple. And this will be a huge charge. This will mean tons of things for developers, including you won't have to pay Apple's 15 to 30% cut of action. You won't have to be on the Apple App Store. This could potentially allow people to download the Epic Games Store, which there's been a lawsuit about and kind of ended pretty unclear. But the European Union's doing this. This is to kind of keep gatekeeper companies like Apple and Google, kind of your two to think about, to open up their services and platforms to other companies and developers. Third-party stores to sideloading apps, to promoting their offers outside of the App Store, which is something on Apple has been very frowned upon by Apple. Now, this is great. Apple's going to be upset that this is a privacy and security problem. With that, I will guarantee you that Apple will find a way to make this a reason to still go with Apple. As in, yeah, you can do this now on Apple. This is a cool new feature. You'll be able to sideload apps. But, as you've heard us say, they won't say it like this, but as you've heard them say, this is a huge security concern and privacy concern. But on iOS, here's all the privacy and security things we're doing to keep those things much safer than our counterpart or other companies. They won't mention, but they're going to be talking about Android and Google for the most part. So this will be fascinating to see what the marketing Apple does around this. I don't think we'll see it at WWDC. Maybe they'll talk about it a little bit, but more along when they release the iPhones in September. But it's actually here. They're going to have to allow this. They're, going to have a huge amount of fines if they don't. Somehow, this is another area that the EU seems to get regulating right sometimes, where they regulate these big social media companies. Somehow they find a way to do it in a reasonable way. Like having fines as much as 20% of global revenue, which is a massive amount of money. Like not just EU revenue, but no, if they violate these EU laws, that would be 20% of global revenue, which is massive. And that is a big deal, especially when you're talking about a company like Apple who makes trillies. So millies, billies, lots of money.